Presented by EA Sports with the PGA Tour. Today it's live opening round coverage of the California Classic. So the action is underway. We'll take you out now to our featured golfer here at number 1. Stepping up to the first tee, Frank, what are some keys to be thinking about at this point?
Really got to pick a decent target. Really focus in on that. Don't really worry about left and right. Nice, good full swing. Slow, if anything, off the first tee.
Excellent opening tee shot right in the fairway. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Good looking shot right here. On the green. And a chance for birdie here on the first hole. A birdie will send him to 1 under on the leaderboard. Teed up here at the second hole, Frank, this is a short par 4 measuring about 370 yards.
While it mightn't have the yardage, it's certainly made up in strategy by all the bunkering down here, Rich. And it's really 2 bunkers that you've got to, or 2 complexes that you've really got to worry about. One down the left, you'll see, is about 285 yards to carry, and then that next crop comes in just about 300 yards. So you've got to decide whether to go over the bunker on the left and short of the other one, or even lay up to the right, perhaps short. And that's where you realize this is very much a 2-shot hole, and play it that way.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Chance to get on a real roll.
Frank, players had hybrids, some had irons out off the tee on that short par 4 second. Time to get the big stick out here on third?
It certainly is. The third hole you play here, 3 totally different looks off the tee. This hole appears straightish off the tee, but well bunkered down the left, which makes you push that tee shot a little to the right.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, he appears to be in control of his game in the early going.
I like what I'm seeing out there. Doing all the basic things at a very, very high level. Getting the ball in play. That helps set up the next shot. Next shot gets on the green. That's how it sets up the birdie putt. It's one thing leading to another.
And he's made it onto the green now. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Action is underway, and we'll take you out to hole number 4. Frank, this is a very nice start to the round. Couple of birdies on the scorecard. Looks extremely solid.
Yeah, it looks well poised, actually, to have a very good round today.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
It's at sneaky distance. That looked like it nearly got below the lip, the level of the lip there.
Can't believe that one, Frank. That was a complete horseshoe right there. Nudge this one home, finish it up. A good effort, a good par putt. Well, here we are at the 5th hole, a 535-yard par 5 for the long-hitting professionals. Frank, certainly not a long test. What is the challenge here on this hole?
It's another example of great design by Pete Dye. He'll give you the trouble on the left on the tee shot, and then he moves the trouble to the right on the second shot. It's going to get you one way or the other.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. So that concludes round 1. Frank, what's the mindset after this first day?
Well, the important thing is just try and play smart, get a feel for the golf course. That's what you try and do on the opening round. And now that the players have seen it, we should see some better scores tomorrow.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. It's second round coverage of the California Classic. That's in the fairway. So short iron in hand now at the par 4-7. Good opportunity to make a birdie.
Should be safely on deck.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that curvy edge to it, plus it sort of moves its way to that right side, and then you notice there's a bunker on the left that sneaks in on the left side. So this isn't just sort of blaze away off the tee. It still requires a good straight tee shot. If you do err a little bit, then you've got to be very cognizant of the bunkers up on the left side as you get closer to the green.
Frankie could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach too. And Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
So in the first cut here, it could be worse. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. These putts keep the round together. So one shot closer to the lead with that birdie. Frank, the ninth hole at 452 yards, with that water down the right, is really a test of a player's driving ability, isn't it?
It is, and his ability to sort of take the shot on. Ideally, just something with a little bit of a fade, unless you can carry the ball 300 yards, then you can get it just past that bunker. But when you look at this hole, notice how that fairway just starts to open up. So Pete Dye will reward an aggressive tee shot, but also he'll punish it if it's wayward.
Player really needs to be dialed in here. This approach shot is not easy by any stretch here at the ninth. This is a good-looking shot. Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Frankie's going for 2 birdies in a row.
If he can knock this one in, then that's certainly going to help the confidence.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA wing at PGA West in the Career Builder Challenge. We're on the back 9 now. Hole number 10 is 416 yards, a medium length par 4. But again, player has to deal with water.
It is. This is a double dogleg, really, and if you don't get the ball in the fairway, you're going to kick yourself.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10. Now the second shot here at 10. The green in regulation. Par yesterday, now for birdie. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
Did the job right there. Two rounds in the books, Frank, and a good spot from which to make a move.
Yeah, well positioned. Really, you know, if you're leading, it's a different pressure. Being in the chaser pack there, playing well, what a great position to go into with 2 rounds to go.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Today it's live third round coverage of the California Classic. Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Well, that's just how you envision it when you walk to the first tee. High and deep, right in the middle of the fairway. Good way to start. That should be pretty good right there. So on the safe side. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie now in second.
To the second hole now, par 4, only 371 yards. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
It's really a layup hole here. No need to hit driver down there. The biggest bunker in the distance there is about 300 yards. You have to avoid that. Nothing wrong with hitting an iron or even a hybrid off this.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, that's the biggest roar I've heard all week long. That was an eagle roar.
Yeah, for good reason. Not just an eagle, too. All of a sudden, back in contention.
Frank, Pete Dye certainly gives you a variety of holes, and we see that. Granted, 3 par 4s to start, but each one with a different look.
They certainly are, Rich, and it's amazing what one good bunker will do. And the bunker I'm referring to is the one down the left side. That's about 285 yards to carry. It's the sort of bunker that keeps you honest.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. We're getting set now for the second shot here at hole number 3, par 4. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. No problems early. Looks good.
Does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Frank, here's a case at the 4th hole, this par 3, of Pete Dye kind of messing with a player's mind. Just how does he do it?
Well, there's a straight line between that tee and the flag. That's the obvious thing. But if you follow the look of the hole down there, it's just the shaping of the bunkers, the little curving of the edges there that just take that mind's eye away, almost making it look like there's a little bit of a dog leg in a straight hole. Very clever.
Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Settles in over the putt. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. So we played our first par 3, now to the first par 5 on this golf course at PGA West. It is the 535-yard 5th hole. Frank, it appears as though it rewards precision off the tee.
And the bombers, too. You can run out of water at 335 yards. So for the Dustin Johnsons of the world and the Rory McIlroys, that's nearly doable. But if you can't hit it that far, it's quite obvious. You've got to keep it down the right side. And for those people, they put 2 little bunkers there. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
That wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today, it's the final round of the California Classic. Well, Frank, we are turning home. It says so on the scorecard here at 15.
It is, and once again, another example of great bunkering by Pete Dye. Bunkers on a lot of golf courses are just simply left and right, but what Pete Dye does, he lets them cut in, especially that one down the left side of the fairway it cuts in, so it has to be avoided, and it's going to be about 280 yards to take it completely out of play. That's probably the best line, is to get it just past that last bunker on the left side.
And from the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole.
Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Par 5 16th is a slight dogleg left at 600 yards.
I'm loving that balance. Happiness is a long, 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 long walk after that one.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Well, that was a bold effort at eagle there, Frank.
Oh, you got to applaud him there, though. You're going for eagle. There's no way he was going to leave it short.
Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card.
Par 3 17th. It is the signature hole here at PGA West. They call it Alcatraz with good reason. You can get locked up here and they'll throw away the key. It's a place that has spoiled a lot of rounds through the years. It's a pretty good shot. That ball settles in about 13 feet away.
You'd like to think unlucky for some, but birdie putt coming up.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long, water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's three groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find a fairway with.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Just a great putt and a great win.